All right, guys, good morning. Welcome back. Are you starting to understand how things are working? Because right now, we've got a lot to talk about this morning, and it goes back to a couple of real problems. The news media and these officials that have been in office for 20 to 30 years, these politicians. The real problem isn't who spends 4 to 8 years in the White House. It's the people that who spend 40 to 50 years in Congress, in the Senate. That's the real problem. And last night, there were some real problems unveiled. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Iran. Donald Trump is sending an armada there. Apparently, we've got some secret weapons that have just been revealed. CNN keeps lying, and now they're using 5-year-old children to propagate their formula, to basically play on your emotions. And it always falls back to one thing.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children. That's where CNN has went now. JD Vance has just called out and exposed the fraud that's happening in California. It's going to make Minnesota look like you dropped a quarter. That's how that's going to be. We've got China. They're being crippled by Trump right now. I never thought that a president of our United States would cripple China's economy, but I'm glad to see it. Democrat senators have been put on notice. They're about to be given some blue slips, and we're going to talk a big thing about that. You're going to hear a lot about that in the news. Last night, Congress passed some legislation. It's still got to make it through the Senate, has to get signed by President Trump. But the legislation that they passed could give them control over your car, where they can shut down your car if they don't like you, if they want to limit your ability to, let's say, go vote, go buy groceries, right? So Congress just passed this legislation. And whenever I say Congress, the Democrats have a majority in Congress right now. If you think that the Congress is not ran by Democrats, you have a new thought coming, because rhinos are Democrats, and Democrats have a super freaking majority right now because about 60 Republicans continuously vote with them. Last but not least, the Arizona Attorney General, of all people, now she's a Democrat, but she is so pro Second Amendment. She's telling the people in her state to just shoot the ICE agents. You heard that correct. Smash the like and subscribe button. We got a lot to talk about today. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, but this is going to be a good show. It's going to get you riled up. That's my goal. My goal is to get every one of you just as upset and pissed off as I am before I go to work whenever you see what's happening in the country. So now that you know the goal, now that you know my methods, I'm going to deliver you some information that is pretty good to see here. Let's go this. I want to give you like a little bit of a rundown here of what actually is headed to Iran. When the U.S. deploys an aircraft carrier like the Abraham Lincoln, it's not just sending a ship, deploying a carrier strike group. So this is a mobile, self-contained joint force. And some of you may have been on some aircraft carriers. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When they have a fighter squadron on board, there's an extra about 1,200 sailors there. So there's about 5,000. They carry a lot of Marines for security. And then they have the tail of other support ships, 65 to 75 aircraft. That's the big one. Guided missile cruiser, Ticonderoga. That is going to put a lot of Tomahawks, warheads on foreheads. 2 to 3 more guided missile destroyers, nuclear submarines. That's what I know about. And logistics ships, which carry a lot of fuel. And a lot of these ships now are nuclear powered, so they can go forever. But this is what's headed into Iran. If I was Iran, I would be a little worried, because this is what's coming. And I do believe that we're going to see some, I would say, a little bit of action there. I don't know if it's going to be military action. I don't know if Trump is just doing this to leverage real control in that area, or to show China and some of these other countries, back off, we got this. But check out this clip here.
Where do things stand with Iran? The U.S. has got sizable military assets.
You know, we have a lot of ships going that direction, just in case. We have a big flotilla going in that direction, and we'll see what happens. We have a big force going toward Iran. I'd rather not see anything happen, but we're watching them very closely. I saw 837 hangings on Thursday. They would have been dead. Every one of them would have been hung. This is like from 1,000 years ago. This is an ancient culture. Very smart people, by the way, but it's an ancient culture. 837, mostly young men, were going to be hung on Thursday. And I said, if you hang those people, you're going to be hit harder than you've ever been hit. It'll make what we did to your Iran nuclear look like peanuts. And an hour before this horrible thing was going to take place, they canceled it. And they actually said they canceled it. They didn't postpone it. They canceled it. So that was a good sign. But we have an armada. We have a massive fleet heading in that direction. And maybe we won't have to use it. We'll see.
You said would you like the supreme leader to step down or to go into exile?
Right now, I don't want to get into that, but they know what we're looking for.
You said today that they want
There's a lot of killing going on.
You said today they want to talk, and we'll talk. So if you set something up and they asked you to.
Trump is sending a threat, a veiled threat. Actually, it's not a veiled threat. This is an in-your-face threat. If you want to continue to be a pariah on society, and anybody that says Trump is racist, the people in Iran are not white. Okay. So if you call Trump a racist and then you see what he's actually doing to try to help the people of Iran, your narrative is crushed. Your lies are gone. And you live on a house of lies, most of you, that believe what the news media is selling. Now, the news media has also come out with another massive lie, but I want to give you just a little sneak peek into this interview that he had, where he revealed a lot more about what the United States has up their sleeve. And the way that Trump does this is masterful. It is phenomenal how he does what he does, how he delivers the information so that it's a little comical, but it's also a little bit trolly. I think he's probably been the president that's been the best at just trolling his enemy, while at the same time getting the message across. Smash a like and subscribe button. Appreciate you tuning in. Love to get some help there this morning. Thank you.
We have weapons that nobody knows about.
There was a weapon used, a sonic weapon, that took out many of the Cuban bodyguards that were used to defend Maduro. Lots of people saw the details about that weapon and were concerned. Is that something that Americans should be afraid of, something the United States is combating?
Yeah, something I don't want to, nobody else has it. We have weapons that nobody knows about. And I say it's probably good not to talk about it, but we have some amazing weapons. That was an amazing attack. Don't forget, that house was in the middle of a fort, an army base, a big one, a lot of soldiers, and they came in and they did their job. We lost nobody.
So he lets the cat out of the bag. And we all know this, that the United States has weapons that no one else has the capability of having. But I think it's great the way that our president does this, because the news media, sometimes they take notice, sometimes they don't. Somebody said that if ABC News doesn't report it, it never happened. I agree with that, right? Yeah. Do any of you still trust the news media? 98% say no. 2% of you still have your head in the sand. Sorry, I'm watching Fred. He likes to walk around in like 11 circles before he actually lays down. So check that out. Let's go here. Whenever I say you can't hate the news media enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about because they got their new story now. Apparently, this Eidolon, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Apparently, this 5-year-old kid was taken custody by ICE. Now, if you listen to the way CNN delivers this, you would hate ICE. You would hate everything about them. But I'm going to show you the way they present it, and then I'm going to give you our presentation, or we're going to give you the truth. How about that?
Being taken by ICE agents in his family's driveway after getting home from preschool on Tuesday. Now, what exactly led up to this moment is in dispute tonight. Here's what the Department of Homeland Security is saying, that they were targeting the boy's father, who is from Ecuador. But when ICE agents approached them in the driveway, DHS says the dad took off and, quote, fled on foot, abandoning his child. The father was eventually apprehended and both were taken into custody together, the father and the son. The school district released a video of that moment showing the chaotic scene that many people in Minneapolis say has become all too familiar since those 3,000 federal immigration agents have arrived in their city.
So look at the little highlighted circle where the kid is. Watch what the father does. Father of the year. Father of the year. Democrat Father of the Year.
Where's your humanity? Where's your humanity? That's a kid.
Oh, the father had already fled in this footage. Sorry. But you've got the Karens. Where's your humanity?
That is a child.
It's a story that even the vice president acknowledged today sounded terrible when he first heard it. But while he was in Minneapolis on the ground today, JD Vance argued that after learning more about what happened in the video that you saw, he says the child's detention was justified.
I see this story, and I'm a father of a 5-year-old, actually, a 5-year-old little boy, and I think to myself, oh my God, this is terrible. How did we arrest a 5-year-old? Well, I do a little bit more follow-up research. And what I find is that the 5-year-old was not arrested, that his dad was an illegal alien. And then when they went to arrest his illegal alien father, the father ran. So the story is that ICE detained a 5-year-old. Well, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to let a 5-year-old child freeze to death? Are they not supposed to arrest?
They should have left the kid on the street. They should have given him a pack of cigarettes and a tab cola. And they're like, kid, you're on your own. That's what ICE should have done, right? That's what CNN alludes to. Give them a tab cola. And if you drank tab cola, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Tab cola, pack of Virginia Slims. Kid, you're on your own.
An illegal alien in the United States.
Now, attorneys for the family are arguing tonight that they have an active case, an active asylum case, and therefore they are in the country legally. They also say the dad here has no criminal record. And what we do know also from school district officials, as we're still trying to learn more about this, is
CNN is so good at this.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children.
No, stop. Think of the children.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
That's CNN's method right now. It's so funny that CNN is now worried about kids when they actively promote aborting them before they're born. The Democrat Party now suddenly cares about kids. Somebody said he was packing Newports and Kool-Aid. Maybe. But that's okay. I bet this kid joins ICE whenever he's an adult because ICE saved him from freezing. Yeah, they want abortion, but CNN promotes this. So these are the lies that they use.
that Liam is one of 4 of their students who have been detained by ICE in the last few weeks. The school board chair who witnessed Liam's detention today rejected how the vice president justified what happened.
I heard, what are you doing? Don't take the child. His mom, like, there are people here that can take him. There was a another adult who lived in the home that was there saying, I will take the child. I will take
Another adult lived in the home, probably illegal.
the child. Somebody else was yelling. They saw that I was there and said, school is here. They can take the child. You don't have to take them. And there was ample opportunity to be able to safely hand that child off to adults.
Right. Yeah. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I would trust most of these teachers anyway. A lot of them register as minor attracted people. Virginia Slims. Oh, the good old days. Yeah, absolutely. The good old days. Back when we were rocking the Virginia Slimes, right? I think I've heard them called something else. But we're seeing now a complete narrative shift. I want to show you this one. This is another way that they are controlling the narrative, but they sometimes get ahead of their skis. And when they get ahead of their skis, the internet never forgets. And there's a representative in Minnesota. Her name is Angie Craig. And she goes on camera. She slams ICE for detaining the 5-year-old. But now you know the real story. Now you know the narrative. Think of the children, right?
So now ICE is using a 5-year-old boy. A 5-year-old boy. They took him and used him to lure his father out. And now they've detained them both. The family doesn't know where they are. This is the worst of the damn worst. This is not humanity in Minnesota, folks. If you can look at this 5-year-old and actually with a straight face still support and be silent in the face of what the Trump administration and Kristi Noem is doing, I just can't even believe this is America. I will not vote for a damn penny to Kristi Noem or ICE in this Congress. This is a time where we...
Well, she's not the only one. Thomas Massey is not going to vote to fund ICE either, right? Whenever I say that, this is all a psyop. The kid was a psyop. This is the new George Floyd. This kid is the new George Floyd. He's the new Mike Brown. He's the new Trayvon Martin. He's the new Renee Good. And what works well for this kid, or what works well for the Democrats, is the color of the kid's skin. The kid is brown. His parents are brown. That's what they want. The narrative to get all of this, you need someone that's brown.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children. More importantly, think of the children when they're brown. That's who you think of. You don't think of the white kids that go to this school that are not getting an education because their teachers have to learn 9 different languages, right? Our country is becoming, I say becoming, I think we're already there. We're emotionally blackmailed. It's all about the children. Yeah. Suddenly Democrats care about the children. Think about that. The outrage. How dare you? It's really strange when Democrats start caring about kids. Somebody says, I'm brown and I support ICE. I love that profile photo. Giving it to the news media exactly the way they... Now, I want you to see this one. She could never miss an opportunity to jump on this. Here you go. She cannot miss this. Has to jump on it. I love it. She is back out of the... She's got her hockey helmet and drool tray on.
But you obviously believe ICE should be abolished, but there are many in your party who are not going that far. Is that a problem for you?
I think any step in the direction of reining in and cutting the funding of an agency that is attacking U.S. citizens, that are kidnapping 5-year-olds, that are using them as bait to open doors, and that are privately circulating that they can violate everyday Americans' constitutional rights by busting into their doors, they deserve to be defunded. I'll take any step in that direction.
Are you friendly?
So defunding, you hear that. You hear the defunding. You hear the defunding. Hear the defunding. The Democrat Party won't talk about the parents being horrible parents. They're not worried about the children actually being killed. No, we're not worried about that. We don't really care about that part of the game. That's not part of the equation. We're more worried about defunding. Now, I told you we were going to talk a little bit about Congress, right? Because last night, Congress passed a couple of pieces of legislation. They voted on some stuff that is going to possibly change everything in America. And the Democrat Party, like I said, man, Fred's gassy this morning. He had a little too much chili or something last night. I don't know what's going on with Fred. But I want to show you this. Let's go first here to Congress with what they're up to right now. And this should be pretty telling, okay? So they don't want the government to shut down, right? We don't want the government to shut down because then the constituents would be after them. So the House passes. Now, this hasn't passed the Senate. It has not been signed by the president. The House approved $1.2 trillion funding package for defense, labor, health, human services, and transportation housing through September 30th, passing 341 to 88 on January 22nd, with 192 Republicans joining 149 Democrats. When Democrats and Republicans start voting together, it is never good for you. It is never good for America. It's never good for your wallet. The bipartisan move, look at this, averted late January shutdown and the failure to, here we go. They opposed, conservatives like Tim Burchett opposed earmarks for gender treatments, abortion providers, failure to block car safety tech. They word it as car safety tech. They're going to allow hackers to take over your car. GOP leaders handed $100 billion in savings. They say hailed, I say handed. While holdouts like Biggs, Boebert, Massey, and Roy voted no. I want you to see what Tim Burchett said here. He gives a great rundown of exactly what's there and what the lies are not showing you. Let's go here.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett, leaving the House floor. Several bills tonight. I'm incredibly disgusted. We did pass the Department of Homeland Security appropriations bill. We got to have that. We got to have ICE. We got to have the people maintaining our border. A bill by Scott Perry out of Pennsylvania and Thomas Massey out of Kentucky, an amendment that would approve the use of the funds, these from the Infrastructure and Jobs Act to put these kill switches on. And I supported it. No, we don't need these kill switches because if somebody gets a DUI, they can arbitrarily, which is BS. You know where that'll head. Oh, we don't.
So this kill switches, they're doing this in the name of safety. That is going to give the federal government the opportunity, the capability to shut down your car if they think that you're drunk or on some other substance. It sounds great. I mean, we're thinking of the children here. But what it really does is give the government more control. It's like people that hate the government. Many of you probably hate the government. How many of you live in an HOA? Right? You hate the government so much that you need more government in your neighborhood.
Like that person, they owe us money. They don't vote right. They don't live right. I'm cutting their dadgum car off. And that's my biggest fear with electric vehicles. And that's where we're headed. Of course, it passed. My buddy, Representative Ralph Norman out of South Carolina, running for governor out there, in an amendment, prohibit funds for certain community funding projects And that was the trans stuff, the stuff where we're paying to neuter these little boys and cut the breasts off these little girls. And we didn't have the guts to pass that damn amendment. And then it was on this bill, this appropriations bill.
Republicans and Democrats, when they get together and they start voting together, it's never good for the American people. I'll show you here. House rejects the bid to block the drunk driving prevention tech. Look at this. They're all voting with it. 57 Republicans aligned with Democrats. 57 Republicans voted with Democrats. And you think Trump couldn't be impeached? You think that Democrats and Republicans are not working together behind closed doors? Right? Keep kidding yourself. Keep kidding yourself. Republican Uniparty. Nancy, you're absolutely right. You are 1,000% right. They are all in it together. Somebody said the other day, this George Carlin quote. I had never heard it before, but I went and tracked it down. It's a big club and you ain't in it. That's the damn truth. And after I saw that, I watched that whole stand-up routine by George Carlin. Guy was a genius. He was well ahead of his time. I now understand why they gave him something to get rid of him, because he got too close to the truth. He got too close to the truth. And I'll go back to this. The problem in America is not the president. It's the people that spend 40 to 50 years in Congress. Prove me wrong on that, and I will send you a stack of $2 bills. Trump's been the president for 5 years. He is not the problem in America right now. It's not. If you think it is, then the Democrats have already got you fooled into thinking that ICE arrested a kid. They've already got you fooled into thinking that everybody that's a Republican or everybody that believes in God or everybody that believes there's only two genders is bad. I found this clip here. Now, there's a little bit of a language thing here. Little bit of language, but I want you to hear this. And I've cut it down to the part that I believe is the most important. This is a guy by the name of Tristan Tate, I believe. Andrew Tate. He's very controversial, but he says something here that is really prophetic. Listen to what he says here, and I'll get your reaction, because I think what he says is really close. Democrats will get rid of him after this.
You know who I think must think this the most, even more than me? Two people. Firstly, Trump. He's trying to save America. He's not a perfect person, but he's trying to save America. And everyone's just fucking calling him names, insulting him, wishing he was dead, laughing at him getting shot. Judges are preventing his orders going through. Like, he's trying to save the country you live in. And people are insulting him. Imagine how demotivating that is, to sit there and go, what the fuck am I even trying for these? I'm trying to save America and Americans, and most Americans are fucking retards. I could have just stayed rich and not bothered. And who else gets it and must really dislike people is Elon. He bought Twitter so that we could talk. And now everyone just insults him on his own platform. You're a fucking sellout to the fucking Jews.
Is he wrong? I'm sorry for the language, but he is spot on. He is absolutely right. Why? What must Trump be thinking? Or what moment of clarity did Donald Trump have whenever he got up from being shot? When he got up from being shot, he must have thought, America's really going to rally behind me. And then he gets reelected. And he realizes that almost half of America, maybe half, maybe more, wants him to fail. They want him dead. They want him dead. They want him to fail. They want his family locked up. They want his family put in prison. Like, do you think Trump in the middle of the night, whenever he's having a Big Mac and a Diet Coke, is like, man, I thought these people would have appreciated me just a little more? Do you think Elon Musk and Trump, they're sitting around having a Diet Coke, and Elon's like, man, I bought Twitter. I saved free speech in America. I took free speech away, back from the Democrats. And now everybody hates me. And everybody says, F the Jews, or I hate the Jews, right? I mean, how do these guys stay motivated? How do they stay motivated to keep fighting for America? Look at this. Defacing a children's playground in Brooklyn with swastikas. Kids are supposed to go have fun here. And someone, I'm not going to say Zionist, are probably going there and painting all of this on playgrounds, on the slides, on the rocks, on the walls. Who do you think is doing this? Right? But now it's all Trump's fault. This is all obviously Trump probably went there in the middle of the night. Him and Elon got together and they're like, hey, man, let's go down to the park in Brooklyn, right? And let's paint this shit up. Let's just paint this whole place up. Right? I believe probably who did this. I don't believe any black kids did this. I don't believe any white kids did this. I don't believe anyone under the age of about 30 years old did this. Brooke, thank you. The ones on the slide aren't even correct. I have no idea. I didn't know there was a correct swastika. I didn't know, but thank you for watching on Kick. What does this one say? White liberal women did this. You're absolutely right.
Amen.
You're absolutely
Hallelujah.
right. You nailed it.
Boom shakalaka.
White liberal women did this. There's no way around it. But Trump is not appreciated. Elon's not appreciated. JD Vance is not appreciated. I don't believe anyone right now outside of the outrage mechanics, the outrage grifters, those are the people that are actually appreciated. I want to show you this clip here. JD Vance sat down with Carl, I forget Carl's last name. He's a ex-Navy SEAL. Listen to what he says.
How many more arrests do we think we're going to see nationwide? I mean, look, I think we have a fraud problem that is much worse in California than it is in Minnesota. I was talking actually to our small business administrator. I think she's found probably $500 million of fraud in Minneapolis and the broader Minnesota area. I think she's found $7 billion worth of fraud in California. So this is unfortunately a problem that is much bigger than Minnesota. But it's also, it highlights how absurd this effort to prevent the immigration enforcement is. If you look at blue states, blue cities, you look at Memphis, Tennessee, not a Republican mayor. You look at red states like Texas, but blue cities like Austin, you do not see this level of chaos over the enforcement of our immigration laws. What you have is a small band of very far left people who are doing everything that they can, up to and including assaulting law enforcement officers and raiding churches, to try to make ICE out to be the ultimate enemy and to kind of engage in this weird small-scale civil war against federal immigration law. It's absurd. It's added a lot of chaos here in Minneapolis, and it's one of the problems why I'm here.
I believe he nails it. Okay? I'm glad people in the chat know the layout of the swastika. I don't know if I've ever drawn a swastika, so I don't know the layout. But I'm glad we have so many people that are educated in the swastikas in the chat. Is JD Vance wrong? They found $7 billion in fraud in California. $7 billion. That's the tip of the iceberg. There's $20 billion missing from the homeless money. You've got this electric train rail that apparently was supposed to have so much money thrown at it. But yet, Trump's the problem. Trump's the problem. Okay. I've got to sneeze so bad it's going to blow my hat off. Let's talk about this real quick. I told you that Trump crippled China. Look at this. The United States control of the Venezuelan oil risks the debt restructuring showdown in China. Trump taking over the oil, coming in, I wouldn't say take it over, controlling who Venezuela can send oil to is destroying the Chinese economy. It is affecting them. It is enhancing Taiwan's ability to defend themselves. It is somebody, wait, what? What did that say? Hold on. What did this say? Hold on. Somebody wanted to know if they could get a grant. What is this? Ben, can I please get a grant? 82nd all the way. I don't know if you can get a grant. Apply for a grant. I'm not a grant administrator. I don't have a freaking clue about grants. I wrote a couple of grants to help build this veterans housing facility, but I sat down with a lawyer for that one. But by Trump controlling the oil coming out of Venezuela, China's on notice, buddy. Trump's oil revenue leverage, I say revenge, Trump's oil revenue leverage could impact the debt holders because they owed a lot of our debt. We borrow money from China to give to Somalia. We borrow money from China to give to illegal aliens. We borrow money from China to pay for all of this crap and all of the people that hate America. That's what we do. Look at this. House rejects Democratic resolution on Venezuela. The Democrats wanted to pull out of China. Why do you think that? Because a lot of the Democrats are probably being funded by the Chinese government. That's my theory. Look at this. 213 Democrats. And Mike Benz nails it. Mike Benz nails it. Once again, Democrats vote 100% as a block, while a third of Republicans defect to the Democrats, giving Democrats an effective majority in the House. 76 House Republicans joined every single Democrat in supporting earmarks for abortion, for gender procedures on children, for DEI activism, and partisan pet projects, so that people can be feminine dance therapists, right? That's what's happening right now. All of the Republicans, well, not all, 76 of them just voted with every damn Democrat. And you tell me that Democrats don't have a supermajority? Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. And you don't think that they're going to impeach Trump? Here's Randy Quaid. Vote Ken Paxton. Crush Cornyn and Crockett. Crush Wesley Hunt. Wesley Hunt, you're done. You have missed 320 votes. 320 votes. I did some damn research last night to calm down. That's what I do to calm down, is a little research. He's missed 320 votes. I'm telling you, we are in trouble. Minnesota, you just got in trouble. You thought the fraud was bad? Amy Klobuchar just filed paperwork to run for Minnesota governor yesterday. Will she win? I think she will win. unless we keep up the fight. I reached out again last night to Mike Lindell. I spoke to his planner or his personal assistant. I say planner, his scheduler. Mike Lindell's going to be on the show. And if you want to support Mike Lindell, you do one thing, you do one thing only. You go to mypillow.com/veteran, 40% off with Mike Lindell. And because he's a sponsor on the channel, Mike Lindell sponsors the channel, and you can buy all of your products through mypillow.com/veteran. Phone numbers on there. Let's do this. Who will win Minnesota governor? I think Klobuchar has to be the favorite. I think Mike Lindell's the outsider. I love Mike. He sponsors my channel, helps feed my family, helps feed my vets, helps feed my critters, sponsoring the channel. But I believe that Amy Klobuchar is probably the favorite in Minnesota because of all the fraud, waste, and abuse and corruption in Minnesota. There's no way that you could honestly say that she is not the favorite. She has to be considered the favorite because Democrats have controlled Minnesota since they voted for Richard Nixon in 1972, 74 race, 74, I believe. You're not just in a matter of months or a matter of weeks gonna change the dynamics there. I wish it was that easy. She is a horrible woman. She absolutely is a horrible woman. But horrible women have been all the way to the vice presidency. Horrible women have made it that close to becoming president, Hillary Clinton. And if the Democrats would have known how to do the funny business that helped Biden, if they would have known how to do it so well when Trump was running against Hillary, Hillary would have been the president. You know it as good as I do. I'm so glad they didn't figure it out under Hillary, because I probably wouldn't be able to talk to you right now. I'd probably be in a re-education camp. Okay. I don't have time to remove comments. Anybody that's in the chat saying I'm deleting comments, I don't have time to do that. You're retarded. I don't have time to do it. And more importantly, I don't give a shit about your dumb comments enough to delete them. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever you want to say, unless it's racist or something about my family, I don't give a shit what you say. Other channels might care. Some other people might get offended. I'm not. I'll just flush you and you won't even know it. Okay? That's the way I roll here. That's how we handle things here. Let's go right here. This is the one that I think you're going to enjoy. I slipped up. Thank you, King of Biltong. Go check out Biltong USA. Links in the description. Ben, stop being mean, you big dumb meanie. Chris, go to hell. Chris, I love you. Good comment, Chris. Thank you. All right. So here's one I stumbled across, and it's going to bother you. This one is going to get you. If you live in Arizona, you better buckle up, baby. Arizona's about to get a little Western. I believe that's where the was the OK Corral in Arizona, because we're about to have another shootout.
The AG's office in downtown Phoenix looks out over the ICE headquarters and its parking lot.
They just unloaded 2 truckloads of cars, both marked and undercover.
The AG.
She's the Attorney General.
AG's office posted this new page on its website for the community to report alleged misconduct by federal agents, including video and images of the events in question.
We are encouraging people to send us their videos, and they have every right under the First Amendment to record those videos.
If there are confrontations between residents and ICE agents, like we've seen in other cities, Mays is concerned they could turn deadly because of Arizona's so-called stand your ground law.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Democrats are pushing for their people to use the stand your ground law? Democrats just went full Second Amendment, baby.
Videos.
If there are confrontations between residents and ICE agents, like we've seen in other cities, Mays is concerned they could turn deadly because of Arizona's so-called stand your ground law.
That makes Arizona very, very different from almost every other state where this buildup is happening, Bram, is that we're a stand your ground state.
The law allows citizens to defend themselves if they reasonably believe their life is in danger.
But
You
to
know-
be clear, you're not telling folks you have license if you are threatened
Well,
to shoot a peace officer.
no, but
Did you see that? Well,
You're not telling folks you have license if you are threatened
well,
to shoot a peace officer.
no, but again, if you're being attacked by someone who is not identified as a peace officer, how do you know?
That's one reason Mays is demanding that ICE agents remove their masks.
If somebody comes at me,
I demand all bank robbers remove their mask. I demand all criminals use registered firearms. I demand all drunk drivers only take no drinks. I demand all minor attracted people not be attracted to children. I love it. I love it.
wearing a mask, and I can't tell whether they're a police officer, what am I supposed to do?
Well, obviously, shoot them in the mofo face. Attorney General says if I can't tell that they're police officers, shoot them in the face.
That is why this is so incredibly incendiary.
Attorney General Chris May's advice to residents is, quote, stay peaceful, stay restrained, and be respectful of each other and law enforcement.
I think she said stay strapped. I think she said stay strapped. That's what I think. Whenever she tells it, well,
This buildup is happening, Bram, is that we're a stand your ground state.
The law allows citizens to defend themselves if they reasonably believe their life is in danger.
But
You
to
know-
be clear, you're not telling folks you
Here
have
it is.
license if you are threatened
Well,
to shoot a
what did you hear, ladies and gentlemen? What did you hear? Arizona's about to get a little Western. 2A all the way. Stay strapped. Stay strapped. That's what I heard. That is what I heard her say. Tell me I'm retarded. I hope I'm retarded, but that's kind of what I heard. Right? Did you hear what I heard? Did you hear what I heard her say? Because I damn sure heard it a different method right there. Okay? It sounded to me like she's like, if you feel threatened, if you are worried for your life, if you feel like they're going to arrest you and deport you back to shitholistan, that you should probably, use the 2A. I've never heard a Democrat talk about using the Second Amendment like that. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is crazy. Crazy, dude. 2A all the way. I don't know how you can see it any other way. That's my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. Here we go. 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Did the Arizona Attorney General just incite a little bit of conflict? Poll in the chat. 80% of you think Mike Lindell will win the governor. Okay. 80%. I want to know what liberal judge, because I believe a liberal judge would allow some illegal alien out of jail for shooting an ICE agent, right? Here, did the Arizona AG just give residents, I'm going to say residents in quote, residents, the license to use the 2A on ICE agents? Because it sounded like it to me. It sounded like it to me. Let's go here. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Let's take that first call. Turn the audio down. I'll hang up on you so fast you'll think you shit your pants. Lines are open. Give me a call. What you got?
Joe from Chehalis.
Joe, what you got?
You know, the swastika that originated in India, and it originally meant good luck and prosperity. And, you know, Hitler adopted that.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
No, I mean, I don't care where it originated. I don't care where it originated. It's a hate crime. It looks like a hate crime. It's intimidating. If you go and write that kind of shit on playgrounds, you're retarded. You should go to jail. We sent kids to jail for burning out their mopeds on rainbow crosswalks. You remember that? Kids were doing burnouts on their bicycles on rainbow crosswalks. They went to jail. So spare me the faux outrage. Spare me. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Let's go right here. What you got? Line 2.
Hey, Ben. It's Freedom Angel in Minneapolis.
Make it quick. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, so Amy Klobuchar was not going to win the election.
Why not? Why not?
Because she's burned a lot of bridges here.
That don't mean shit.
No, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the Somalians, Minnesota would have been red. They would have went red because
I'm gonna challenge you on that, because if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it hopped. Frogs don't have wings, and you've got Somalians. I think you're kidding yourself to think Amy Klobuchar is not the primary candidate and the favored candidate, because of all the fraud and all of the retards. She is out and out the favorite. She is the favorite. Don't come in here. Well, if this and if that, and if this and if that. If Frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his ass. Bobby, Tennessee. Quick, let's roll.
You know what?
Rapid fire.
What pisses me off? These governors and AGs in these blue states, they act like that's their own personal country and they can just do whatever they want. But that's not how. I'm just fucking fed up with it.
No King's Day. No Kings. Bobby, thank you for calling. Next up, man, we're rapid fire this morning. Machine gun. Machine gun. Bring it. Bring the heat. Quick, down, dead, dirty, in a hurry. What you got?
Hey, this is Jeff from Huntington, West Virginia. How are you this morning, Ben?
No life stories, none of this. How you doing? None of that bullshit. Give me your comment and let's roll.
Hey, listen, man, I'm not too versed in that Sharia law shit, but they believe that we owe them, and when they get sentenced to all this time, that they are so baffled. When you watch someone that sees people get sentenced, they seem so baffled.
Thank you very much. If you're not versed in Sharia law, go buy a Quran. Go buy a Quran if you're not there. Sharia law is not our friend. Line 3, rapid fire, down, dead, in a hurry, no life stories. Go.
Hey.
Never mind. You're not ready. You ain't ready for this. Talk to me. Line 2. What you got?
Hey, Ben, it's Mary from Arizona.
No life stories. What you got? Yep, let me know.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm calling about the 2A thing. I'm a 2A supporter, big time. And I saw that, and that's insane. But let me tell you, Ben, it's open carry in Arizona. No need a concealed carry permit here.
Wait a second.
And we're all packing.
Hold up. It's
Yes, sir.
open carry for citizens of the United States.
That
It
is
is
correct, sir.
not.
That is correct.
It is not. The Second Amendment is not for illegal dog food eating migrants. That is not for them. They can go
But
to the
he's doing that.
shithole that they came from. Your
Yes,
attorney
sir.
general,
1000%.
your attorney general just gave illegal aliens under the guise of, I'm scared for my life. She gave them the right to shoot ICE agents. She's retarded. Lines are open. Rapid fire. Bring the heat. We don't have time for the life stories. Talk to me. Line 4. Where are you calling from? What you got?
I'm in to Texas, man. I want to get on the show. Is that okay?
You're talking right now. Bring the heat. I don't have time for the, hey, how you doing? What you got?
All right, bro. I'm living in border town here. Texas is El Paso to be exact. If you guys knew and Trump knew what was going on down here, they're saying that they only use the DEI. They got the DEI. They never removed it. If you're a white man, gringo, you ain't getting no job down here. It's all sewed up. They don't even hire black people.
All right.
It's the worst, bro.
I agree. I completely agree. It's the worst. We know it's the worst down there.
And I'm 4 miles away from the wall, right? And they got a job system down here where even the Mexicans are disrespected by the Mexicans because the Jews run the money. What they do is
don't give me this. The Jews run the money? Come on, man. You had me with all of it. You had me with all of it until the Jews run the money. Somebody said, country girl. I can't stand this. He's so disrespectful. I have a full-time job to go to. I don't have for life stories on the calls. Okay? I don't have a snurdly. Bring the heat. Bring the heat, right? This is rapid fire. Talk to me. It's Friday. Fast Fire Friday. What you got? Line 3. What you got? Line 3.
Yeah, hey, I just want to say real quick that, China always wanted America down, and they infiltrated through the Democrats.
I agree with that. I believe China has actually promulgated the invasion through the southern border. I think they have funded all of it. That's what I think. Thank you for calling. I agree. I think he's 100% right. Correct, Ben. She thinks it will help them, but the citizens outnumber their BS. Okay. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. You don't have to press 1 for English calling here. You don't have it. 6. There we go. We got the rapid fire going now. Let's go. What you got?
Just calling about them going to shut the cars down.
Yeah, what you got?
They just passed a bill last night.
Mm-hmm.
Going to put tech in cars to be able to kill them. I think it was Scott Perry and Thomas Massey that passed it. What you think?
That's exactly right. We talked about it. It's pitiful. Now, it's still got to make it through the Senate, which it probably will. I hope the president vetoes it, but that only time will tell. Thank you for calling. Let's go here. Line 2. Oh, they hung up. No problem. Quality of the call was good. That's a good one. Fred's doing overtime today. He's good. Yeah, absolutely. 95% of you think the Arizona Attorney General just gave illegal aliens, the residents, the license to use on 2A. I agree. Let's go here. Line 4. Line 4. What you got?
Oh, Lone Wolf American in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Ben, Americans got to wake up because if we don't win the 26 primaries, Trump and his cabinet can't do it all. We're going to have to step up because we're going to lose our country. Everybody has to take personal responsibility and start getting ready to support Trump and his cabinet and be ready to take America back because they're all lunatics. We call them Democrats because they're all evil.
Appreciate you calling. Thank you, Lone Wolf. New Smyrna Beach. What a beautiful part of the world. Beautiful part of the world. Let's go here. Line 3. What you got, line 3?
Hi, I just want to know if you think that J.D. Vance will become the next president.
You know, right now, I think J.D. Vance is the front runner. You got to turn the audio down in the background. I think J.D. Vance is the front runner. I don't put anything past the Rhino Republicans to do something stupid because J.D. Vance scares them because he's being trained. He is being groomed. He is being shown how to win. And there's so many Republicans that don't have killer instinct. They're so worried about offending someone. They're so worried about people's feelings. I don't give a shit about your feelings here. I don't care. The truth, honesty, reality, disaster, chaos, emergencies, those don't care about your feelings. When your truck breaks down, does it give a shit about your feelings? No. When a crook breaks into your house, does he care about your feelings? No. When illegal migrants come across the border, do they give a damn about your feelings? No. And that's why I have learned on this channel from dealing with people that if I care about your feelings, I wouldn't be able to be who I am. I don't give a shit about your feelings. Trump doesn't give a shit about your feelings. JD Vance is quickly learning not to give a shit about your feelings. And if we had more politicians, if we had more leaders that quit giving a damn about your feelings, we would get more accomplished in the United States. Do you think Thomas Jefferson gave a shit about your feelings when he wrote the Declaration of Independence? Do you think George Washington, when he crossed the Delaware in midnight in that boat, gave a shit about the British's feelings? Do you think Judge Roy Bean down here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, gave a shit about the feelings of the people he was dropping the rope on? No. We got to get rid of emotional politics. Emotional politics is it's what has gotten us here. And I'm done with it. If you don't like the show, change the channel. If you don't want to call in and be answered tough questions, don't call in. If you want to stink, don't wipe your ass. But right here, we don't care about your feelings. I don't care. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Give me a call. I can't please everyone, and I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. Do you think Donald Trump's trying to please everyone, or is he trying to please the founding fathers? Is he trying to stick to the Constitution, putting, I don't know, a little place called America first? That's my thoughts. I'm tired of the weak men. I am tired of these limp-wristed soy boys. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people drinking mocha chocoladas with sprinkles. Give me some damn black coffee in a Rush Limbaugh cup. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think Rush Limbaugh gave a shit about your feelings? Come on, man. Give me a break. You think Andrew Dice Clay gave a crap about your feelings? I'm not changing. I ain't got time to change. I don't have time for it, and I'm not going to. I just don't care. Let me ask you this. Let's go here real quick. I want to show you one thing again. Okay? I want to show you one thing again. Do you think that this person cares about the feelings of Republicans? Do you think she cares about the feelings of ICE agents? Let me know in the chat. Do you think she cares?
We can actually see it next door. The ICE building is literally right next door to this building.
The AG's office in downtown Phoenix looks out over the ICE headquarters and its parking lot.
They just unloaded 2 truckloads of cars, both marked and undercover.
The AG's office posted this new page on its website for the community to report alleged misconduct by federal agents, including video and images of the events in question.
We are encouraging people to send us their videos, and they have every right under the First Amendment to record those videos.
If there are
So now Democrats care about the First Amendment, free speech, right? Now they care about free speech.
confrontations between residents and ICE agents, like we've seen in other cities, Mays is concerned they could turn deadly because of Arizona's so-called stand your ground law.
That makes Arizona very, very different from almost every other state where this buildup is happening. Bram, is that we're a stand your ground state.
The law allows citizens to defend themselves if they reasonably believe their life is in danger.
But
You
to
know-
be clear, you're not telling folks you have license if you are threatened
Well,
to shoot a peace officer.
no, but again, if you're being attacked by someone who is not identified as a peace officer, how do you know?
That's one.
Do you think she cares about your feelings? Did they care about your feelings when they made you wear a mask? Did they care about your feelings when they wouldn't let you go see your loved ones in a nursing home and they died? Line 2, do I care about your feelings?
I don't know if you do or not, but I'll tell you what, these tyrannocrats are pushing for civil war while they have the illegals and the Muslims to fight it. That's it.
Let me ask you this. Who do the who does the Democrat Party care more about? You or illegals?
The illegals they bought for votes, of course.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling. Appreciate you. God bless you. Do you think that attorney general in Arizona cares about your feelings? Do you really think that after she just said use the Second Amendment against federal agents? Do you think she cares about the feelings of those federal agents' families? If an ICE agent was to be shot by a illegal? Line 2.
No, Ben, I do not agree with her from the Attorney General's office on the 2A. I do not agree with her at all. She's putting us all in danger. That's my thoughts on that, okay?
It's no different than when the former Attorney General, Eric Holder, said, they go high, we go low. Michelle
Yes, sir.
Obama
She's doing
said it.
Yes, sir. She's doing it for the illegals. The cartel and the China are involved in up and down in Arizona. It disgusts me. Born and raised in Arizona. I'm disgusted. There you go. That's all I have to say.
Here's what I think. When you
Yes, sir.
fall into the trap of your feelings, of your emotions, you make decisions based on emotion. And when you make decision based on emotion, it's like going to the grocery store when you're hungry. You're going to buy a bunch of shit, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Thank
correct.
you for calling. God bless you. Hey, Ben, anti-ICE protesters have a statewide shutdown protest planned here in Minnesota. I don't care. Let me ask you this. Do you think, as somebody says they're going to freeze their ass off? Good. Wouldn't it be ironic to get a bunch of ICE protesters frostbite? Wouldn't that just make your heart warm? Democrats don't care about your feelings. They don't care about you. They care about one thing and one thing only, their hatred for the president. And if anyone supports the president, they hate you too. Let's go here. Line 3. I hope I can hurt your feelings this morning. What you got?
Hi, am I live?
You're live. Let's go.
I'm in Arizona, and I'm not liking this crap that's going down because we a different breed. We are a different breed out here. We already know Katie Hobbs is not supposed to be there. We already know who's supposed to be there, Carrie Lake.
I agree.
GS, they've been taking us through over and over, and we've been quiet. We've been very quiet because we see what they did to the January 6th. They did not do anything. Well, most of them.
I agree with you.
This is really a storm. This is a storm, and it's about to go down out here.
You ever walked up on a hornet's nest?
On accident.
Did you ever kick it and think you weren't going to get stung?
Oh, no.
She might have just kicked a hornet's nest. When you tell illegal aliens, when you go on TV and you tell illegal aliens that if their life feels threatened, they can use the Second Amendment, you might have just kicked the hornet's nest. Thank you for your call. God bless you. That lady right there sounded like she had some common sense. I love common sense. Common sense ain't common. Let's go here. Line 3. How can I hurt your feelings this morning?
Hey, Ben, let's get to the nitty gritty. The Hebrew definition for tribulation is the rise of the female rival, which is emotion. We are in the tribulation right now.
I agree with you. I completely think the Democrat Party has feminized the Democrat Party. They have used feminism against America. They have used emotion. They have used feelings. They have emotionally blackmailed America. All you have to do is turn on any liberal news show. You could even turn on some of what I would say conservative YouTube channels where they are so afraid to piss off somebody in their chat. You can't be all things to everyone. And I will never try that. I will
That's
never
why
try
God
to be.
made man. That's why God made man the head of the household. He doesn't think out of emotion. He thinks out of logic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got a little story for you here. I've got an uncle that is a veterinarian, a equine veterinarian for a very rich horse owner. This lady came to him with a horse that was like 22 years old, and the horse had some heart trouble. The lady mortgaged her house to pay for the surgery for the horse. The horse lived about 6 weeks after the surgery. Does that sound smart?
Insanity. That's insanity.
The Democrat Party is mortgaging America for illegal aliens. It's no difference.
Exactly.
Where are you calling from? What's your name, sir?
Ohio, Samurai.
Samurai in Ohio. Samurai, shoot me an email. I'm going to put my email address up on the screen. Shoot me an email right there at the bottom. I'm going to add you to the Discord server. I'm going to send you a link to the Discord. Thank you for probably one of the best calls all day. God bless you. One of the best calls all day right there. That is a boom shakalaka. Ben, you have the best podcast on YouTube. Michael Brocar. Michael Brocar. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. Let me give you a little boom shakalaka here. Let me give you a little. For all of the people that say I'm mean in the chat, this is typically what I think you look like.
Oh my God! I cannot do this anymore! I'm so sick of it! I am sick of the bullshit! Get out of my face!
For all of you that think I'm mean, that's what I think you look like. If you say Ben's mean, he's mean, that's what I correlate you with. That's what I correlate you with. Okay? I'm not mean. You're just not comfortable with the truth. That's what I think. You are more worried about feeling good than what's right. You are more comfortable, or you want to be comfortable. You don't want reality. That's what I think. That's what I believe. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. I'd like to mortgage my house, please. Give me a call. Line 3, how can I hurt your feelings this morning? Go. The heavy breathing does not turn me on. Let's go.
I think if they want a civil war, I think the Red need to stand up and give it to them.
I believe they are opening something. They're opening Pandora's box, and they don't realize what's in it.
Well, they need a surprise.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
give
tired
me 10 rednecks, and we're going to mess some things up. That's what I think. Appreciate you calling. Today is F Your Feelings Friday. How about that? F Your Feelings Friday. Lines are open. Let's go here. Eunice, F Your Feelings. What can I help you with, Eunice? What you got?
Hey, Ben, I just got to tell you from the bottom of my heart, You're ornery. You can be a bitch on occasion. You're full of common sense, and I love you to death because you're just like me. And anybody that don't like it can kiss my white ass. That's exactly how I feel. And I just wanted everybody to know that because I don't care. I'm all about what's right, and that's it. And right now, I've got the black eye to prove it. So enjoy your day. And
Take
have
care,
a good
Eunice.
one.
God
And
bless you. God bless Eunice. Oh, I think I might have hit the button a little quick. God bless you. Today is F Your Feelings Friday. Okay? It's not a teddy bear they're poking. That's a good one. Let's go here. Troll under the bridge. How can I upset you this morning?
If you're a parent and you ditch your kid to get away, you're a piece of shit. And all my Second Amendment patriot friends out there, stay strapped because she just didn't embolden all Arizona illegals. She emboldened all illegals across the United States. Feelings mean dick in the light of reality.
Is the OK Corral, was that in Arizona? Is that where that was at? Where was the OK Corral? Where was the OK Corral?
I can't think of that right. I can't think that it might have been Arizona.
It was Tombstone, Arizona. Wow. All right then. Thank you. Appreciate you, Troll. There we go. Troll under the bridge. The OK Corral was a livery and horse corral located in Tombstone, Arizona, where the famous gunfight at the OK Corral occurred between the Earp brothers and Doc Holliday and the Outlaw Cowboys. Do you think Wyatt Earp gave a shit about your feelings? Johnny Ringo? Eidolon, thank God it's F Your Feelings Friday. Greg, how can I piss you off this morning?
Wheelchair Cowboy in Carrollton, Georgia.
What you got?
I'm strapped and ready.
What you got this morning?
Right. Say, I was saying something funny when you said about the protesters. Turn the hose on them. Make icemen out of them.
It would be so funny for them to get frostbite. It would be so funny.
I am strapped and ready.
Hey, I appreciate you calling, Greg. You're the best. Thank you for your support, brother. God bless you.
God bless you.
That's Greg down in Carrollton, Georgia. He is not a Marjorie Taylor Greene fan. Today's F Your Feelings Friday. You're right. I'll be your burbleberry. I don't even know what a burbleberry is. I know what a dingleberry is, and that's typically what the Democrats are. Super soakers. Now that's an idea. Full of urine. Let's go here. Line 2. What you got? How can I piss you off today?
Yes, this is Joe from Florida, and I am so fed up with these Democrats. I wish Trump had a lot more power than what he has. Somebody needs to do something, and if it's the American people, let's go for it.
Trump is following the law. Sadly, the justice system is currently rigged. We just saw it yesterday when Pam Bondi pressed charges against or brought up charges against Don Lemon, and a judge threw it out. The Democrat Party just showed us the magic trick that has been screwing America, and it's liberal judges. And there's no attorney general that Donald Trump could appoint right now that could get anything accomplished. So there's a lot of blame that has been put on Pam. Is she innocent? No. But we saw yesterday how David Copperfield was doing the tricks, and it's the liberal judges. Thank you for calling, Joe. Appreciate you. God bless you. Hucklebearer. Oh, yeah, that's the people that carry the things, right? Let's go here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Good morning. How can I hurt your feelings today?
Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, sir.
This is Bob from Tennessee, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Bob, you're a Marine. You got no feelings. They got rid of those at Paris Island. Thank you for calling. What you got?
Ben, I've talked to you a few times. You know what my feelings are like. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is not something that I just started or just thought about. This is something I've said for many years now. We will not get this country straight until we stand up. We got to take back Congress. what they done in the vote that they just took was stuck it in our face, in our eye, and said, "We don't care what you think. You're not in charge.
Congress
We're in
doesn't
charge."
care about your feelings. Hey, I appreciate you calling. Semper Fi, Marine. Semper Fi. God bless you.
Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Great call out of Tennessee. Great call. Let's go paratrooper. Paratrooper, how can I hurt your feelings this morning?
Well, Ben, you're retarded. I guess you said to call you retarded.
Absolutely.
Hey, by the way, that was me, 82nd Airborne. I was teasing you about the grant because they're giving away so much money. It's like
open a daycare.
Throw some our way.
Open a daycare.
Yeah. Open a daycare. There you go. God bless, brother. Bye.
You take care, paratrooper. Appreciate you. Does Ben care about your feelings? That's the poll in the chat right now. Do I care about your feelings? No, I don't. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. The Congress doesn't care about your feelings. The Democrats don't care about your feelings. So wait a second. Dennis, unblock me. Dennis, I see your comment. You're not blocked. If I can see your comment, you're not blocked. There you go. If you were the one that was texting me 85 times during the show, then yeah, you're blocked. Line 2, go right ahead. How can I hurt your feelings this morning?
I got no feelings hurt, Ben. George, California. I will tell you, when Minnesota went to hell in a handbasket was when the NFL football team put four men on the girls' cheerleading squad, and that's all I got to say about that.
That's right. They had the gay kid dancing with jazzy hands. I think Tim Walls could go be a cheerleader for the Purple People Eaters. You're absolutely right. I'll tell you somebody that wasn't that was hard-nosed going way back. Fran Tarkenton. That was a hard-nosed SOB in Minnesota.
That's when I was in high school, and I'd tell you what, and Ahmad Rashad.
Yeah. Appreciate you. You take care, brother. Take care. Give me a call, 615-475-7864. How can I hurt your feelings this morning? Good morning.
Hey, Ben, I ride in this short bus with you. This is Nancy from Holly, Michigan. I just want to know, where are all those people that were protesting for free Palestine? Where are they today?
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Why would they ever come back out in hiding right now, right?
Exactly. And, I don't live that far from Dearborn, maybe about, maybe a 50-minute, 60-minute ride. And it's like, they're not out there in Dearborn.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
So I'm on your bus, baby.
Let me ask you this.
Yes,
Do you think the Ayatollah of Iran cares about your feelings? Do you think the Prime Minister of China cares about your feelings? Do you think Putin cares about your feelings? Do you think Zelensky cares about your feelings? No. And those are the people. None of those people care about your feelings. And I'm sorry. I quit caring about people's feelings too. That's the way I am. And I don't believe Rush Limbaugh gave a shit about your feelings, or he wouldn't have brought the truth every day.
Exactly. And you're doing it, honey. Keep up the good work. And it's like, yep, I don't give a rat's poop what anybody thinks about me or their feelings or what they care about my feelings. It's like I'm 74 years old and I don't give a rat's ass.
I reached a level of enlightenment the day that I left the Navy. I'm gonna move it up to like Dalai Lama level. The only people I worry about what they think of me are my wife and my daughter and God and God.
Yep. First of all, God, my family, my grandbabies, because I gotta lead them, and show them the way. But the
and
rest,
I think God,
they're passing by.
And I think God might give me a pass for the first hour or so every morning where he lets me vent. I think God might give me a little bit of a waiver there in the mornings, because I try to do some other good stuff before I go to bed. You take care. God bless you. And F your feelings. There you go. F your feelings. The citizens are the militia in Arizona. Libtards vote on feelings. Yes, they do. Today is F Your Feelings Friday, guys. Let me show you something here. I want to show you something. We got to talk about this one, okay? Let's go right here. Let's go right there, right? This guy didn't care about your damn feelings. And this is the guy that I grew up listening to.
Everybody's making immigration proposals these days. Let me add mine to the mix. Call it the Limbaugh laws. First, you immigrate to our country, you have to speak the native language. You have to be a professional or an investor. No unskilled workers allowed. Also, there'll be no special bilingual programs in the schools with the Limbaugh laws, no special ballots for elections, no government business will be conducted in your language. Foreigners will not have the right to vote or hold political office. If you're in our country, you cannot be a burden to taxpayers. You are not entitled to welfare or food stamps or other government goodies. You can come if you invest here, an amount equal to 40,000 times a daily minimum wage. If not, stay home. But if you want to buy land, it'll be restricted. No waterfront, for instance, and as a foreigner, you have to relinquish individual rights to the property. And another thing, you don't have the right to protest. You're allowed no demonstrations, no foreign flag waving, no political organizing, no bad-mouthing our president or his policies. You're a foreigner. Shut your mouth or get out. And if you come here illegally, you're going to jail. Now, you think the Limbaugh laws are harsh? Well, every one of the laws I just mentioned are actual laws of Mexico today. That's how the Mexican government handles immigrants to their country. Yet Mexicans come here illegally and protest in our streets. How do you say double standard in Spanish? How about no mas?
Do you think Rush gave a crap about your feelings? Do you think the cartels care about your feelings? Do you think about the people bringing in drugs in our country every day care about your feelings? No, they don't.
At the heart of America's story, where the fight for freedom is rooted in the very soil, there exists a silent weapon as potent as any musket or cannon.
Fresh off the press.
This is the tale of mimetic warfare, a battle waged not with bullets, but with ideas, symbols, and slogans that have shaped the very essence of our nation. It all started with a stark image, Benjamin Franklin's "Join or Die," a powerful call for unity among the colonies. This wasn't just an illustration. It was a meme that ignited the spirit of collective resistance, a precursor to the identity of a nation yet to be born. From resistance to rebellion, the Gadsden flag, with its coiled rattlesnake and the warning, "Don't tread on me," symbolized the colony's readiness to strike back against oppression. This flag was more than fabric. It was a declaration of defiance, a visual shout for liberty that echoed through the heartbeat of revolution, igniting a fight for freedom from tyranny. As time marched forward, new icons emerged. Uncle Sam, with his finger outstretched, beckoned, "I want you for the U.S. Army." This image transcended mere recruitment. It was an invitation to join a greater cause, to defend the homeland. A meme that echoed through generations. It became synonymous with American resolve. The rise of political cartoons and mass media opened a new frontier for mimetic storytelling. Satirical sketches in newspapers gave way to TV clips, and eventually, the internet transformed the battlefield once again. Memes, no longer confined to print, became instant shareable weapons, shaping public opinion and common understanding. Fast forward to today, and the Dilly Meme team wages digital warfare with unmatched prowess. Their creations don't just entertain, they reshape narratives with viral force. And on June 14th, in the 2024 election, they emerged as messaging masters, using memes to redefine the art of political storytelling. Their strategy, equal parts sharp humor and pointed satire, reached deep into the national discourse, rallying support and altering perceptions. This wasn't just about winning votes. It set a new standard for how campaigns engage with the electorate, proving memes can sway opinions, mobilize communities, and shape modern political engagement. As we look ahead, the struggle for minds and hearts continues, fought not with swords, but with ideas. Memes are our banners, our battle cries, our charge, sparks of the American epic. They tell us who we've been, who we are, and who we might become, charting the course of a nation still writing its story. This is our legacy, and the best is yet to come.
Dilly Meme Team, go check them out. Brandon Dilly, I would say, is a friend of mine. And yeah, so there you go. Let's go right there. Follow me on X. I'll bring that up. You can find me on X here. Right there. Follow me on X at Subvet Retired. You can find me right there. If you have thick skin. You got thick skin. Most of you do. Most of you have lived through some disasters. Most of you have lived through some chaos. Most of you have lived through some problems. Okay? I know you have. I know you have. And I don't care about your feelings, and neither does anybody else. Your feelings are going to get you in trouble. Your feelings are going to get hurt. The Democrat Party doesn't care about your feelings, and neither do I.